Hey guys, it's JoJo, the Dungeon Master for the Rolls We Made, because the real podcast for the rolls we made along the way. Just a heads up that this episode is a little bit shorter than normal, that this episode was sort of meant to be tacked onto the previous episode. I actually don't like stopping episodes in the middle of a battle, but unfortunately, that was sort of the breaks that I ran into. Either way, thank you for joining us on this week's episode of The Rolls We Made. It's a fun podcast where we do Dungeons and Dragons. I don't have a ton to say this week other than, hey, thank you for joining us and supporting us and listening to the show. As always, this podcast is brought to you by Legendcraft. They're a Canadian woodworking business that specializes in making cool, nerdy furniture and accessories for tabletop games. And you can head on over to legendcraft.ca to customize your own gaming table. And if you want 5% off your purchase, you can use the offer code ROLLSWEREMADE at checkout. I know it's probably not super cool of me to be doing our ad right up front, but I just want to get to the action and today and just get through this part because this is sort of a big reveal day that I've been working towards for the past, 30 episodes or so. Anyway, go to legendcraft.ca, use the offer code ROLLSWEREMADE for 5% off your purchase, and you can directly support this show by doing so. I think that's all I got. The next episode is due to come out on October 23rd. It's going to be a normal episode, as the kids say, as the crows fly. I don't even think we'll hear from Genuine this week. I know, I'm shocked. Enjoy the episode, and I'll see you next week. Bye. Thought you wouldn't hear from Genuine this week? Think again. Last time on the rolls we made. Wren, Hemlock, and Salt had had enough with this mysterious play world and had entered in it for the final time. This was important because both Wren's mother, Ellen, as well as Professor Danvers, had vanished as a result of the strange spectral figure's transmutation magic. Once they entered into the illusion once more, they discovered they were at a duel between Talgon and the general of the Celestian army. The winner was going to decide who would win the war in total, and it was at this battle that Talgon may have very well died. The battle was raging when we last left our squad, so let's see how they're doing this week on the rolls we made.
I mean, at this point, like, we're wailing on him. I'm going to disengage.
Okay.
Pull back, and I'm just going to lodge some more arrows into him.
All right, you disengage, hop back, and fire some more arrows.
That is a 16. Oh, man, I haven't even shot at the chandeliers yet. Fuck.
Yeah,
You haven't
You've
done
been asking
any.
for these chandeliers
You just
for
fucking
3
ignored
fucking
them.
arcs.
There's 80 of them above me. I'm just like, it's too much.
Why doesn't
I just
JoJo ever
don't
give me
even-
chandeliers?
I don't know why I needed these.
That arrow, it bounces off him, but you can tell it leaves a dent in the armor and does 6 points of damage.
It's not 28 like some people, but
Hey, I'm not doing anything
Salt.
else this whole fight.
Since you brought up the chandeliers, I'm gonna Eldritch Blast one that's like above.
Are both Eldritch Blasts going to do that, or just one? Because you fire two.
Yeah, we can split. We can split one at him, one at the chandelier.
So roll to shoot him first.
it hits him, and then he's on the ground. You just shoot him again when he's broke.
Eh.
8?
Yeah.
Okay, that will not hit. So you miss the first shot against him with the Eldritch Blast, so now you can roll to shoot the ceiling. What'd you get?
Oh, man.
I got a nat one, so I'm gonna fuck off now.
Yeah, that absolutely misses.
I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die here.
I'm not going to take a hard move against you
Thank
yet,
you.
but I will take a hard move against you very soon.
Great.
It is now the turn of the general once again. And this time,
800 general now.
because of that tremendous hit, the general realizes that you were a threat.
Oh no!
And now he swings at you.
Dodge.
It's a 20.
Whoa!
What?
Dead.
What do you have that can help?
Oh god.
Anything?
I don't know.
Should have good and eviled her as well.
I can only do one.
Well, never mind. Just keep it on me.
Bad.
Actually, it was 17 damage. I forgot to roll twice. This is a big fucking hit.
So 21. Wait. Yeah.
This is a big fucking hit. And then he casts another one of his little abilities. Which one this time?
Oh boy.
Make a wisdom saving throw.
Me?
Yes.
I think your wisdom's pretty high, though, right?
Nope.
Nope.
+0.
You got to beat a 15.
Oh God, you've been hitting 16s bunch.
I got a 16.
Okay, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
No, I believe you. His armor emits this glowing blue energy that you instinctively know is like, that's electricity. It bursts out and you feel like a one last second to like block, and you feel the energy dissipate around you. And that's
What do I block with?
just like you hold up your blades.
Oh,
Like Ray did at the end of the last Star Wars movie.
don't bring that in here. Don't bring that in here.
It is now
My turn.
your turn.
Oh, how close is he to me?
Oh, you're in melee range.
Oh, so I'm pretty fucking close.
Yes.
But if I take if I heal myself, that takes my turn.
That's your action, yes.
And I feel like I should attack him again, but I really feel like I should heal myself. I don't know.
Do you have your Diet Coke? Can you have some of her drink it?
Yeah, we might want to.
Save that for you, though.
Or
You're the-
someone who's casting spells, or when someone's like dead.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
not dead. I'm not gonna worry about it. I'm gonna go in for another hit.
Okay.
Going in for seconds.
One of my 2 hits. 10
That's a hit.
and 11.
Those are both hits. So you charge back in with the scimitars, some pretty quick slashes. He blocks a few, but not all of them, and you hit him for 17 damage.
Damn. There you go, bitch. I say that in my head.
That's for you, Mom.
Triggering. It is now the turn of Hemlock. You see Wren and the general like basically tussling with the blades back and forth. It looks pretty cool.
I
It's
am his
literally like-
equal.
Yeah.
It's like an anime fight scene where you're like,
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. It's like that.
my arrow can loose one of the chandeliers, I would hope.
If
I shoot it right.
It's whatever your plan is.
I would like to know if I shoot one, will it potentially hit Wren?
Depends on what you do.
Dexterity saving throw.
Yeah.
don't
Well, I don't need to disengage, but is he even paying attention to me? Can I sneak?
I think in this instance, I will allow you to try to sneak. yes.
Okay. Yeah, I would like to
It's
sneak.
gonna be a little difficult to do, but yes.
It's an 18.
Okay, yeah, you manage to kind of like, you don't hide necessarily,
like-
but you run. You make a long run because he's distracted by fighting Wren, so you run around to basically his back.
I worm it on the ground behind.
And people are like, cheating. What do you want to do now? You're hidden.
Well, now that I'm looking at his back, is there any like
Fucking leg, God damn it.
is there any potential weak spot in the back? Like
No,
Okay.
he's pretty well.
Okay.
In
Back to the
Except
knees.
for-
Back to the knees.
back to the knees.
Except where I got him with that one hit, right?
Yeah.
that was in the arm, yeah, but like D&D damage doesn't totally work that way.
Oh.
It's not like Fallout where I can like aim at a specific.
No, I mean, like the way to think about it is like you are always trying to hit someone in the head or neck or leg. You're trying to kill them when you fight. So like you're always trying to do that.
So a successful hit will like do the most beneficial thing at that time.
A successful hit will cause damage, and the intent is basically like you are always trying to inflict the most damage by hitting vital spots. It doesn't make sense otherwise.
All right.
Go for his toes. Vital.
Now, if you were trying to hit something like else or have some kind of effect with the attack, that's different.
Right. So if I did want to like topple him over potentially, is he top heavy?
You don't know.
Is he?
Okay, well, that's
Sorry.
rude. It is.
Sorry.
I mean, I don't know if the sweep the leg thing was really a really intense thing, but like it'd be nice if I could like get him to fall over, because I'm assuming if he fell down, it'd be hard for him to get up because he'd be like a turtle. Should I go for the chandelier or should I try and do something to him?
Go for him.
Well,
while you have
on
the
my-
advantage.
On my like next turn, I was gonna try and use this mobile flourish so I can push him back.
Okay.
So then I won't maybe get hit by a chandelier. But I don't know.
I'll try and attack from behind, and maybe I'll aim for like the back of his knees, or my intent is
Yeah.
to see if I can like
Knock him
him.
over.
knock him over, or at
Okay,
least like
then
get him unsteady.
That will be with disadvantage.
Oh, everything I do is a disadvantage.
It's because of what you're trying.
All right.
It's like you're not just attacking him, you're attacking him with a specific goal in mind.
How many bardic inspirations do you have on
I
hand?
have 2 left.
Okay. I'll go
I'm
for it.
saving one for your big
big finish.
Finish.
your big
Yeah.
Okay.
finish.
Well, I'll try and like take some shots, but I'm also still like snacked. So
Well, let's try the chandelier and see.
Yeah.
okay. Well, let's
can
try the
always
chandelier.
go-
You know what? I've been battling it in my head. I'm secretly like, beep, beep. Hey, guys, what should I do? Beep, beep. I would like to shoot the chandelier above him, hopefully one that won't potentially hit Wren.
Okay, make a ranged attack roll. You're shooting the chandelier with a short bow.
14.
Okay, you loose an arrow. It knocks against the hanging chain of the chandelier. You're guessing these chains aren't super
This place is
set
falling
up.
apart.
Yeah, it's a fucked up temple. The chain snaps and the chandelier starts falling down. This glowing red light attached to like some metal stuff. It's falling down, and
I'm crying. It's like slow motion and
the general looks up for a second to see it and manages to at the last second raise up his blade to block it.
Does he still take some damage?
He suffers 5 points of damage,
Ugh.
and he's sort of stunned for a second.
Nice.
Ooh.
That's nice.
Staggered.
And he is now, as we say in the dungeon mastering business, bloodied.
Oh.
Hey, with
Maybe you could
5 points.
Maybe you could finish this fucker off.
Bloodied
Why you look
is
at me?
only half.
You're next.
Salt, your turn.
Oh, that's fine.
She's moved to the audience watching the fight, forgetting that she's
This is pretty buck wild, huh?
This is great. You see what he did with the
she's trying to get peanuts at the snack bar right now.
dropping the shells on the floor. Okay.
One of those restaurants. Ugh.
I'm going to, I'm going to toll the dead, which target must succeed on wisdom saving throw.
You know he's good at wisdom,
Good at
right?
He's good at wisdom? Fuck.
Yeah.
Never
We
mean-
learned that with my first mistake.
Sadly, with this big hunk of a man,
I can do it. I mean, if that's your plan.
No, if I didn't
Big
realize this-
smart man.
I didn't realize he was smart. Then I'm just gonna be selfish. I'm gonna do Blade Ward.
On yourself?
Yeah. Resistance against bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing.
Oh,
Yeah,
geez,
so-
you don't want to cast it on anyone in range.
I can't do it to anyone else.
Yeah, so you've blade warded yourself.
she can bring us back from the dead if we need to.
He's
yeah. Oh, that's.
yeah, okay, yeah. So you have resistance.
Salt over
I
here,
lean
patting
in.
herself
I
on
lean
the
in.
back.
Did you see that? She's protecting herself.
Very wise. It is now the general's turn. The general is going to now noticing that you have struck at him, Hemlock. He's real pissed.
It wasn't me. It was the chandelier.
He charges towards you. He provokes an opportunity attack from Wren.
Do it.
Ooh.
I take it.
Yeah, go.
You choose not to. Let him go.
It's fine. He's having a time.
No. 11.
Yeah, you do 6 points of damage to him as he turns to get him.
Boom.
He gets to you, Hemlock, and he swings his big blade at you.
I don't want to die. I don't want to die.
Misses, and then he's going to use one of his special abilities.
He's got to be out of MP at this point.
His armor glows almost like a nice, like pleasant, like white with like prismatic effects with
Ooh,
it.
nice.
Ooh.
He recovers 16 points of health.
Motherfucker.
Okay, well, you got to take that away from him.
I will.
He's no longer bloodied, and then
What?
the energy that he takes back in, it expels outward in like a shock wave. Hemlock, you need to make a dexterity saving throw. Salt, you need to make a dexterity saving throw.
Dex is mine's 14 plus 3, so yeah, 17.
Okay, yeah, you both managed to like matrix out of the way as this shockwave of energy flies past.
And I go, oh, what the fuck?
It is now the turn of Wren.
I'm going to do another slashing flourish.
Excellent. So roll to hit.
17.
So that's a hit. So roll Bardic Inspiration.
6.
You're OP. They need to fix that in the patch.
Okay, so
Knock me down a
that's
bit.
18 damage.
So he's now, his spell is
Worthless.
negated now.
I go, worthless.
You're down 1 Bardic Inspiration, and now you can make your bonus attack.
19.
All right, that's a hit.
Oh, man. I feel like I'm really going to flop the second part of this.
So you did 9 damage there. So I think a grand total you did 24 points of damage, or 25.
Damn.
You said it was,
It was 16 plus 9.
so that's 25.
So you had 25 points of damage. You're down 1 Bardic Inspiration, and you really fucking like what did this attack look like?
what it is. So he was like facing away.
Yeah, he turned to get Hemlock.
So I run up, right?
Yeah.
Like, let me paint you a scene. I run up. My blades are like down this way, right? They run against my arms, and then I walk up and I go, "Fwa-tra, ho-phew."
Yeah, just flip him out like a Swiss Army knife.
Yep.
Okay, yeah.
I'm looking like a scyther.
What are those things though? Like that Nightwing has like the
The tonfas?
Yeah,
that was with swords on.
Yeah. So you swing out the scimitars against the back of his armor, and like one of them gets in one of the spaces between, and it hits him for good, really good. You hear a yelp of pain,
And I go, "Remember me?"
I do. It is now Hemlock's turn. Hemlock, what would you like to do?
All right, I'm gonna disengage.
You disengage.
I pull back.
He swings at you. It doesn't work.
Yeah, and I'm gonna loose some more arrows at him.
Okay.
I'm gonna take the safe route. I feel like he's close to death's door now. That's 14.
Okay, that is a hit. You do 9 points of damage. Yep.
Click, click.
9 points of damage. That brings him down to 56. Okay. It is now
God damn.
Did you
Salt's
say
turn.
156?
No, I said 56.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
I might have to use.
It doesn't matter if you guys know how much health he has. That's not what makes him dangerous.
Okay.
Go
well, that's ominous.
ahead, Salt. It's now your turn.
Well, Eldritch,
Pretty epic fucking battle thus far.
actually, you know what?
Where you been?
I'm gonna do what's it called? Mirror image.
Oh, okay. Well, your Blade Ward has worn off. You're going to do Mirror Image.
Correct.
Okay. You summon Puffy, Salt Jr., and Salt the Ultimate. They appear in front of you. Your mirror images are out.
I say hi.
They say hi back.
I'm lonely.
They look like chickens. They're also wearing chicken suits.
Yeah, they are. They are. You've been wearing a chicken suit this whole time. So you've summoned your mirror images.
Yep.
Can you set them to where like they'll be stand-ins for either of us, or are they only a stand-in for you?
I would say that that's possible if you run into melee range. If you use your move to run in.
Interesting. All right.
Want to do that?
Yeah, you charge into the fray where Hemlock, well, not where Hemlock, where Wren is, which is actually good because the general tries to strike at Wren now.
God damn it.
And manages to land an attack.
Oof.
So roll to see if it hits one of the mirror images. You have to beat, I think it's a 6.
Please?
15.
Yeah, so Puffy
I keep my
runs up and gets in between the blade of the general and Wren, and then Puffy is immediately dispersed.
And then I go,
R.I.P.
Puffy,
Puffy.
no! Who's the bravest one?
And now the general's going to do one of his attacks. Both of you need to make a wisdom saving throw.
Me?
Yes.
19.
11.
Okay.
Got no wisdom, man. I'm done.
Me neither. Makes me kind of sad.
Right? Like, I'm.
All right, Salt, you see Wren pull up her blades to block what's about to happen. And do you say anything derisive as you see this?
Bada bing.
A burst of lightning energy flies out of his armor and strikes you, doing 4 points of damage, and you're shoved back 10 yards.
Oh, all right.
No more mirror images for us.
You're also knocked prone, but that's neither here nor there. Wren, it's now your turn. Salt has been knocked backwards by this lightning energy. You managed to resist it. Hemlock somewhere. Oh, what do you want to do?
I'm scared.
Yeah, you're really hurt.
I know. I got 17, right? I want to do as much as I want to do another flourish. I feel like I need to save that last inspiration.
Yeah, maybe.
So I'm just going to do a normal attack.
Go ahead and roll for both.
2,
That's a miss.
10.
That's a hit. He blocks like the first strike, but then the second one comes in with a quickness, doing 7 points of damage to him.
Ah, still got it.
It is now the turn of Hemlock.
Is he focused on me? Can I?
He's blocking Wren right
Okay.
now.
Can I disengage and sneak?
You can't do both.
Okay. Well, can I sneak? Snack.
In melee range, no.
Am I? So I'm within melee range right now.
Yeah, you're too close to
All
justify
right. Well,
being able to sneak.
I'm gonna use my rapier, and I'm gonna take a slash at him.
You would take a poke at him if it was a rapier.
Yeah, a little.
Roll an attack.
13.
That's a hit. That's 1d8. You do 5 damage as you poke him with the rapier. It flexes and definitely connects, but it doesn't pierce, but it does 5 points of damage. It is now the turn of Salt.
All right.
You've been knocked prone backwards, so you're just kind of on the ground watching your two friends wail on the general.
Yeah, from the ground, I'm going to shoot Eldritch Blast
At him?
at him.
Roll 2d20.
9 and 4.
One hit, you do 6 points of damage as you shoot an Eldritch Blast at him that, again, like dissipates on his armor, but he definitely is staggered by the hit.
He's taking hits from all angles right now.
He is. It's now his turn. He is going to swing at Wren. He misses, and then he's going to... That red energy starts to light up again. Salt, you need to make a dexterity saving throw, and you have disadvantage.
You're wiggling on the ground.
13 and 8.
You are struck by this transparent red beam of energy, and it feels very, very bad. You take 8 points of damage.
One of her people doesn't take it?
No, not in this case. You are down to 24 health, and also your connection to your powers feels a little looser right now.
Uh-oh.
You cannot cast spells right now.
Oh no!
That's like your thing.
I'm useless.
I pick her up and throw her at him.
Wren.
He's staggered.
Well, not like in the...
Dang it! So I can't do like a.
What would you like to do?
I want to try and sweep the knee.
Yes.
Okay, you try to go for sweeping the knee.
With my swords.
Okay, this will be an attack with disadvantage.
You can do it.
Disadvantage. 2.
Don't even bother.
Bardic Inspiration?
No, I gotta save it.
Okay.
Yeah, you swing at his leg. He steps up and like he steps over your blade and is able to like block your other strikes.
Good job.
Hemlock, it's now your turn.
I'm going to disengage, fall back,
Okay, you falling back.
and I'm going to loose an arrow
Roll to hit.
at this boy.
That's a hit.
So like I think 9 and above is what we found out.
Yes. So you do 4 points of damage. The arrow kind of hits one of his larger pauldrons and just kind of bounces off, but it leaves a little small dent in there.
Yeah, I gotta tie some rocks to my arrows or something.
All right, Ren. Salt, this will be your turn.
Okay, do it. So, can I...
You cannot cast spells right now.
No cantrips?
Nothing.
I wave. No, I'm going to try to go around to the opposite side of the circle.
Yeah, you do that.
Okay. And then I'm going to just try to zing him and then be sad.
Try to zing him.
Yeah, puff of smoke comes out.
Okay, yeah. So you run around to the other side and you do a finger gun that accomplishes nothing.
Yep.
That's your turn.
Yep.
Okay.
Wait.
Do you not have your sticky stick smash?
You have a crossbow.
I'd like to, I just want to look around for some rubble that I can move.
That you can move.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll say that when the chandelier landed, it kind of damaged the ground a little bit. And obviously this place is sort of destroyed. So you wanted to look for some rubble?
Yeah.
What do you want to do with it?
I want to place it behind Mr. Big Armor and hopefully make him stumble backward. What?
How do you intend to place it behind him exactly? Do you just kind of run up and set it down? Do you want to throw it?
I mean, I don't think I'm strong enough to throw it, but I might be able to be fast enough to sneak up behind him and...
Okay, and then I'm going to say that's you're readying. So like what are you waiting for him to do that?
I'm waiting for him to be knocked back so that he steps back.
Okay, so I'm going to say that you're ready for that trigger to happen.
Yep.
So if that this is a thing you can do in D&D, you can say like if this specific instance occurs, I want to do X. Okay. So your thing is like if he's knocked backwards in some way, you're going to run up and put something down to basically make sure he falls down.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, you're ready to do that. The general is going to strike at Wren, misses, and then he's going to cast a spell. That'll be the burst of energy spell. So he charges up with that blue light. Wren,
Yep.
gonna need to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
Good grief. 20.
Yeah, you block it so expertly.
I go,
You're almost like, why are you bothering to do this one?
Yeah, just hit me with the swords, not the spells, my man.
Yeah, he dodged a bunch of spells. He does the burst again, and now it is your turn.
Okay. I want to try and knock him so he falls over whatever contraption.
What is it that you want this?
I'm gonna check him. Chest check.
Okay,
Yeah.
just like strength on strength.
No, I don't have a strength. Well, can I switch with my stud vest if it is a strength roll?
Yeah, you could.
I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Smart.
check this motherfucker.
I like it.
Let me double check what the studded leather does, just so I know.
Yeah.
It should say use performance instead of a strength check.
No, it just says deception or intimidation. roll.
Deception or intimidation, but also like at the very end it says use performance instead of
Or
athletics. It should be use performance instead of strength, because your strength is 0, but your performance is +6.
Yeah.
Damn.
Leather
So
is a lot.
the studded leather glows. What color does it glow?
I'm gonna say like an aqua.
So it glows a light blue aqua color as you
You're a mermaid.
around where all your muscles would be if they were there.
Yeah.
And you chest check the general. What'd you get?
Oh,
It's a contested roll.
I got a 20.
Shit.
God damn.
I swear. Come look at it.
No. You got it.
He falls on his butt and
To
dies.
be clear, the general also got a 20, but
Oh,
your
shit.
+6 defeats it.
Whoa.
Wow.
Damn.
Holy shit.
You chest bump the
Fight is
general,
really just me and him.
and he starts to he is knocked off balance and is stumbling backwards, allowing Salt.
What?
You have advantage to run up and put the rubble behind him to trip him.
Prone, knock him prone,
Knock.
baby.
Do it.
14.
You did it.
19.
You Wren chest bumps the general, as does Salt. You run up behind him and set down a piece of rubble like a chair or
Rock.
and he slips on it
A
and
rake.
falls directly backwards. There's a tremendous sound as he hits the ground of his armor clanging.
Whoa.
Hemlock, it is now your turn.
Get him, buddy. This is your chance. We set this up for you.
I think, does he have to die or can he give up?
I think with a duel, they got to.
Well,
Right.
not necessarily. I mean, like, I would argue that maybe not necessarily duel to the death, but if you can defeat him, it's reasonable to assume that if he can't move anymore, he's not fighting anymore.
Because I have to make this look good as Talgon.
Yeah.
I kind of,
The lore books do say he won through guile.
yeah.
Oh. Hey.
We
Yeah.
did it.
Where's the guile?
No.
Wait, I have a
Well,
better
and
idea.
every
no.
single
I
player
walk
else-
up to him. He's on the ground. He can't attack me, correct?
Right now, no.
I put my fingers behind his ear
No.
No.
and I
This is-
pull out a
no,
coin.
No, no,
Okay.
no. This is some Oberon versus the Mountain shit. It is not.
You reach,
Drop your
yeah, you
goddamn
reach
rebel.
behind it, pull out the coin.
I say, keep the change. And I set it on him using the ring of gravitational pull to increase the weight
The
of
ring
it.
of gravitational pranking glows a beautiful, like, blue and purple light. And as you're touching this coin, it also glows slightly. And when you set the coin down on him, his armor immediately bends and the ground beneath him cracks.
Sweet.
And he is like, he tries to sit up to get you, and he cannot. And he's very shocked by this.
And I say, yield.
And then after he struggles for a minute, he says, I yield.
What? We did it.
We did it!
Congratulations, you have solved my general duel puzzle.
Hey.
We didn't die.
And I've lived to fight.
An eruption of
Okay.
cheering comes from the militia side. They are absolutely over the moon that you managed to defeat this fella. And Viol walks up, as well as the Knight Commander and a bunch of Celestian like people, and they go up to the coin, and then one of them starts like directing, like, let's get like a lever or something.
Oh shit.
Yeah, you're the elf who you talked to at the start runs up to you and just hugs you. Just immediately leaps
That's my
up and
bro,
hugs
I'm
you.
assuming. It's my
yeah,
brother.
it's your brother, and he was like, "Oh my god, you did it! You did it! That was so badass! That was so badass!"
Well, I think you should probably also say that to my comrades over here.
Oh, of
as well.
course, yeah, you guys, that was incredible! And he goes up to high five you both.
All right. Chicken high five.
Up top.
Chicken
yeah,
five.
chicken. You've been a chicken this whole time. Yep. He high fives you. Your clones disperse.
Bye, remaining clone.
Ellen Steffens runs up to you, Salt, and she also tries to go in for a hug. I don't know if you're down with that.
I'll allow it.
You need some motherly affection.
I cry on the inside.
That's
She
why
doesn't
I
know who you
allow it.
are in this context.
And I just kind of look at Wren and I'm like,
I'll remember that.
Wren will remember this.
I'm doing it for you.
Oh, thanks. Thank you.
I'm spreading your love.
Spread my love.
And everyone's really happy. Even the Celestians, weirdly enough, are like they look actually satisfied.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go home.
It takes a few minutes, but they manage to get a large enough piece of metal to dig under part of the armor. To pry it up a little bit so the general can literally crawl out of it. And as soon as he crawls out, the armor just crumples down under the weight.
Whoa,
of coin.
shit.
Sure.
Yeah, I love
Damn.
this ring. I've been waiting for a time to use it.
Yeah. Keep the change.
Can you pick it up and take it back?
The general stands up,
So I think I can make it. I could have turned it off, I think.
and then he turns to Viol, and he's like, I think it's time for a new future, my friend. I think so too. And then the general turns to you, Hemlock, and he extends his hand and he goes, as we agreed. And he moves to shake your hand.
I'll shake his hand.
And he says, you're a fine warrior, Talgon.
You as well.
They will very cunning.
In the background, it blurred in the background. Wren is just hands in the air,
He's the leader. He's the leader of the militia.
Yeah.
Taking all the credit.
I know.
just
He's trying to put butts in seats.
Yeah,
And he did have the before the kill.
Yeah.
True.
Okay.
He gave a lot.
Yeah, he shakes your hand and he says, "Let it be known that the Celestians will leave Spring Willow. Our advance is halted." And then all the Celestians cheer. They're all very happy.
Did they not want to do? Who forced them to do this?
Also, why did we not do this in the beginning?
Do you really want to know that?
Is it in story or just from you?
Either.
I want to know.
I'm curious. Are they?
Yeah, roll the spout lore.
So now I feel better. I didn't kill him. We didn't kill him. 7.
7. And this would be
Inspiration.
this would be plus history. So this would be a somewhat negative response. You know historically that the way Celestia, they worship a god called Fulsetiel, who's a god of law, and they follow the law. That's what they do. And so one of the leaders of Celestia decreed a law: you must invade South. And so the Celestians, regardless of how they felt about that, that is the law. And it's decreed. So they had to do this.
So they were drafted.
Yeah, they were drafted and conscripted. So basically what you did was you found a legal loophole where if you could beat the general in a duel, then they have to surrender.
Yeah.
And it's you literally
It's not
used
even a choice. They're just sweet.
they just have to give up. That's what you've done.
They want to go home.
They want to go home. And then by law they had to fight you as hard as possible. But now that you've done this loophole, you've won the day.
Guile, baby.
How do you know this?
I feel because I did some research in the handhold stuff in the library. I feel like there was just some other information I was gathering during the same time that's popping up in my head right now. I think when I saw everyone cheer.
If that's the case, then I would actually go further to say that the reason why this information would be relevant is when you were researching the death marks and also history and stuff. One thing
And
that
gods.
you also learned, there was a section of the book on death marks that kind of listed notable people with death marks. One of them was Talgon.
Oh, shit.
So I have a handhold for myself.
Talgon
Talgon's.
does.
Is the handhold I have right now, is that mine or is that Talgon?
It's yours.
Okay.
You're not sure if
He might not have he might not have a handhold.
well, it might not be a part of the play.
That's true. They might not have known that.
Yeah. Speaking of which, after the general shakes your hand, it seems like there's like a moment for you to say something.
Speak to the people.
To like him or to
Just in general, like it seems like there's like a space for you to say something.
this war took a lot from everybody. I'm just glad now that we can all return to our families and find peace in our lives.
And then everyone cheers.
Yeah.
And then as they're cheering, they all freeze in place. And then everything gets a little jiggly,
Oh, sweet.
is the way to describe it.
Where it's getting jiggy.
And then you hear a voice in your head yell, "Cut!" Your vision starts to fade white. And then it fades back in, and you are in the auditorium of Spring Willow Academy. You are on the stage. The general is not there, but Fizzy is there.
You son of a...
You did it! And look, you put butts in seats.
Yeah,
And he
look
points
at
to
those
the
butts.
auditorium area, and there's tons and tons of chairs. And in the chairs are lots of people.
Is it the headache people?
As a matter of fact, up front,
Oh,
one of them
no.
is Ellen Steffen.
We
my
forced them to
God.
watch the play.
And she kind of looks up and she sees you, Wren, like bloodied and covered in servants. She's like, "Honey, what the hell happened to you?"
You watching the play?
yeah.
As a matter of fact, I wasn't.
What?
She runs up and climbs on the stage and just gives you a great big old bear hug.
Aww.
and I give you a Diet Coke.
I don't need therapy anymore.
I pour the Diet Coke like
And,
a coach after.
and
the game.
curiously enough, Salt, you see towards the back of the auditorium is your mother, is Naya Maximus. She looks like
Hoping for Diet Coke.
she's wearing her armor. She looks like she's wearing just like her PJs, which I don't know that you've ever seen her wear those.
No.
But she kind of like, she looks at you like, it's kind of hard to tell, like make an insight check. Because Naya doesn't display her emotions very well.
9.
9 plus 0? Mm-hmm. It's sort of like just confusion, like a lot of confusion. But you can also tell like she's just trying to make eye contact with you.
Okay.
Fizzy runs up to you, Salt, and is like, "Oh my gosh, you did so good! You did so good! I'm so happy I last minute changed your role."
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Can you guess what role you played, Salt?
Chicken?
No,
Oh.
Salt.
Salty chicken?
No, just Salt.
So,
What a
Fizzy,
conversation.
yeah.
I was gonna tell you, but then I got all teleported away.
I know. I saw.
Oh man.
You did great, Fizzy. You
What
did great.
exactly was happening, Fizzy? We need a little bit of explanation, please.
Yeah, a little bit.
And then Fizzy kind of goes like, I think that figure person kind of used my will to make the play to cast a spell. I don't know what they were really trying to achieve, but
Where'd you find the script?
library.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So it was just...
We gotta look for part dos.
Yeah.
Right? Because didn't he say there was like, this is the last one for this one?
And then Fizzy was like, oh yeah, this was yeah. I mean like, it's a short play. It's a play in 2 acts.
Oh, okay, cool. Wait,
What?
what?
Wait, yeah, what, huh?
Yeah.
What?
Talgon and Carrick. But it's a play in 2 acts.
We don't want to do another one.
Yeah, Fizzy, can we not do another one, please?
Do another what?
Do you know what transpired
You
at
did,
all?
You did the play in my mind palace, I guess.
Yeah, okay. I just wanted to make sure. But for us, it was very real. I hope you understand that.
Oh
Fizzy.
no, I saw you guys were in a lot of danger.
Yeah. So I'm
I
just...
did my best to help. That's why I put Halifax in the role.
we appreciate that.
Was she?
We're just hoping that you understand the weight of what happened, and we don't want to do that again because it's very scary.
Make a perception check, all of you.
Oh boy.
17.
16.
You all feel an immediate sense of unparalleled dread.
Damn it.
Oh, God damn it.
Everyone in the auditorium like all gasp and start screaming
Ooh.
because it's very scary what they see.
Hemlock, put your shirt back on.
You turn to see that spectral figure, the red one,
Son of a bitch.
and it's floating down.
Drama queen.
Seriously, way to up.
And then something happens that I don't know that you guys have ever seen before. The spectral figure stops being spectral.
Oh.
From within the cloak, two long, pale, almost emaciated, like rotting claws come out.
Ew.
Like arms. And then from the bottom of the cloak are two large legs and feet. Like imagine like the feet of a corpse.
Ew.
And now the spectral cloak is no longer a cloak. It's almost like a hood covering the head of this figure. It looks pretty fucked up. And when its feet hit the ground, it brings its clawed hands together in like a very slow, and it says,
Don't be sarcastic
it
around me.
says, "Wonderful. That was such a good performance."
Who are you?
Oh, that'll have to happen another time. And
Fuck
then
you.
it pulls out its hand, like it sends its hand straight out and brings together a fist. There's like this negative, like lights and from it appears like a scythe.
That's not good.
The handle of the scythe is like very ornate, like grayish metal. And then the blade itself is like a very sharp looking black blade. And then the figure, you can tell it's looking at Fizzy.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
And it goes, "I think it's time
No.
for the encore."
No.
Oh.
Inspiration.
Do you guys want to try to do anything?
Yeah.
I want to get in front of Fizzy.
Yeah, and try to block Fizzy.
Yeah.
Like tackle them to ground.
Okay. You try to block Fizzy. Oh, do all of you try to do that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Ren, you okay?
Yeah.
Do you know what's happening?
No. Something annoying just happened in real life.
No.
The red spectral figure appeared, ceased to be spectral, pulled out a scythe, and said, "Now it's time for the encore."
And looked at Fizzy.
God.
And looked at Fizzy significantly.
Fizzy, no.
So I'm standing in front of
blocking him?
Fizzy.
I'm
Yeah.
trying to tackle him to the ground.
Or not the red side. The scythe glows red.
Can you do protection from good and evil on Fizzy?
I don't know. I have my book. Can I pull my book? Isn't the book connected and everything's connected? Can I just like put my dagger through it or my sword? Will that do anything?
Is this written down on
Is that what
something?
you want to try?
I want to try that. Yeah.
We'll do that last.
Okay.
Roll a Constitution saving throw. You as well.
15.
5.
Hemlock. It almost feels like your emotions feel very strange. Like you feel like you get very incredible rage and then like despair instantly.
So what I feel in real life.
Yeah.
But also like for a second, like you feel very hopeful. And then it's kind of back to neutral. Like you feel like it definitely tried to do something to
Okay.
you.
Quite a journey.
It affects you.
I'm fucked up.
You sure you don't have your clones still?
Salt,
Yeah.
you feel like whatever your mood is before, you were immediately struck by incredible despair.
Ooh.
You collapse to the ground like prone.
Got me.
You're not just like afraid. You were probably kind of afraid of this thing, at least somewhat. You feel like this is hopeless. And like as you hit the ground, you kind of look up and you see Naya like stand up out of her seat. Wren, you try to stab the book.
Yeah.
You bring the blade down into the book, and as soon as you do, the spectral figure like reaches out a claw and goes, "No!" And then
I
you
go,
stab the
too
book,
late.
Suck it, bitch.
and then it takes a step back, and it's like, "Oh, that would have worked earlier."
What?
you nerd.
What do you mean?
God damn it.
I say.
What are you talking about?
And then it raises up the scythe that it's holding, and it continues to glow like red, and then your vision starts to fade again.
Goodbye.
The last thing you kind of see is Fizzy like raise up their hands to try to stop this from happening.
No.
And then the three of you are back
Son of a bitch.
in the temple room. You're back inside that duel area, and it takes for us almost a second. Like Salt, you're being hugged by Ellen Steffens right now. Hemlock, your brother has his arm clapped on your shoulder. He's super happy for you.
But me.
You're hugging a rando. It's fine.
Well, you're holding your book with the knife in it.
Oh.
And then this is the part where the general turns to Viol and says, I think it's time for a new future, my friend.
Oh.
and then stands up, and then Viol says, "The path to the future is lined with many roads."
What? That doesn't make sense.
And then he says, "Or is it?"
That makes less sense.
Then, Wren, you would all notice this, but Wren, you would notice it first. The general's eyes go wide like he was surprised by something.
His own stupidity.
And he immediately coughs up blood.
Oh.
And then he steps back and he sees that Viol has stabbed him with a thin blade, almost like a stiletto.
Stabbing bastard.
And the general stumbles backwards, and you can see that from where he was struck, like he's not wearing his armor, you can kind of see his clothes and stuff. Like there is like this greenish rot spreading from the stab.
He poisoned the tip.
And the general falls to the ground and starts to bleed out on the black marble.
Can I give him a Diet Coke?
No. Everyone's really surprised by this.
Did they see Viol
You guys
do
are
it?
kind of in cutscene mode right now. Okay. And as the blood hits black circle,
Oh man, we should have done this someplace else.
it starts shaking very violently. It feels almost like there's an earthquake.
The gods are mad.
And Viol starts just like, his eyes go wide, like he's excited to see what happens next.
He does like a little excited clap.
Yay!
Here's what happens next.
Oh boy.
The black marble ground of this temple just cracks like someone threw a brick at a mirror. And you see, and the easiest way to describe this is one of the spectral figures, like a floating cloak, rise out. But it is enormous. It fills this room. It is so huge.
Yikes.
And you can see in like the hood area, it's just like a void into nothing. And actually like looking at it is deeply unnerving. And then hooded area, like it's basically the size of like a person, but the entire shape is huge. It turns towards Viol, and Viol says, "To me, Kirik!" The spectral shape that you now know to be Kirik flies towards Viol.
Shit.
And hits him. And he like staggers for a second. And it is at this point that the Celestian army that is there is like, fuck this guy, right? And they run up to him with their blades. So does Naya. Like Naya pulls out her lance and is like ready to fucking kill this dude. First two that run up to him, Viol holds up his hands to like block the strikes. And as they try to strike, you see like these tendrils of purple energy come out of his hands and latch onto them.
Motherfucker.
And then they kind of stagger backwards. Their skin bubbles and changes.
Ooh.
And then they are the hounds. They're hounds.
Oh, God damn
no.
it. Fuck.
And then Viol starts laughing. And
I made puppies.
And then it raises its
Behold
hand
the
up.
puppies.
Viol raises his hand up and points at the ground. And you see from the ground rise up a tremendous tendril of rock that sticks down. And then another. And then a third. And then from the center of this space is one of those giant rock spikes.
God damn
that
it.
showed up at the end of the big game.
Son of a bitch.
Callbacks, man.
Everyone is panicking and running and fucking terrified at this site. And the thing that's sort of different between the three of you, and you might not totally be aware of this, but we, the audience, would be, as we watch this, we see that everyone just kind of sees Viol casting spells. You see something very different. Mm-hmm. You see Viol, and standing right behind Viol is that spectral figure.
Right.
Puppet master.
The very puppet mastery, and it's towering over him, this shape. As the three of you are looking together, like staring at this, you all kind of see in the corner of your eyes someone walk up next to you.
Darwin.
Yeah, it's Doan.
Damn it.
Bro.
It is Doan. And he looks battle damaged, just like you guys kind of are.
Oh shit, he's been fighting the good fight.
Yeah.
He turns to the three of you, and he mouths some words, and he says, "This is it. This is the thing that destroys the world."